iOS 7 gets leaked on video for the iPad. HTC makes the Butterfly S now official for Asia. And Nokia hasn't stopped teasing 41 megapixels for their July 11th event. I'm Jaime Rivera. Wondering when OEMs are going to start using lizard names for their products? This is Pocketnow Daily. Let's start today off, as always, with product releases. HTC has just made their Butterfly S official for the Asian market. They've been teasing about this phone for a while, and the reason why it's important is because if you've forgotten the fact that the Droid DNA is based on the original Butterfly, this is a much better Butterfly. I wonder where they got that name, but it's got dual speakers, better specifications, links in the description for details. We do not know if Verizon is going to be carrying this phone in the future or if it'll come to the United States, aside from the HTC one, but stay tuned, the specs are kind of cool, even expandable storage. Now let's move the spotlight over to Nokia. The company has been hard at work teasing us about what to expect for their July 11th event, and it's been so loud that I'm starting to get tired. Yes, Nokia, we get it. We're getting a 41 megapixel camera on that phone, and yes, we also get it. Digital zoom is now going to be so much better. We're going to be covering the event live, both at the event and also at a full live roundtable hangout with everything that's going on, so stay tuned for the coverage. Let's hope they don't disappoint. Now let's continue talking about Apple, since most of the news today had to do with the company. Apparently, we've got some leaked videos of what to expect for iOS 7 on the iPad. You know, it was kind of weird that Apple did not launch iOS 7 on the iPad being shown at WWDC, but now we get it, firsthand on video, and it seems like a blown up version of iOS 7 for the iPad, just like every other version was for the previous generation iPad. So stay tuned on what we get. We don't see any particular differences that we should report about as being hot, but it's coming. Now let's talk about the iPhone 5S. You know, case makers don't always get it right, but most of the time they do, and they're now leaking designs of the iPhone 5S and the inexpensive version of the iPhone that we've talked about, made of polycarbonate and everything. And well, the iPhone 5S doesn't seem to change. All you're getting is different bands at the top that you didn't get right now, for better reception probably. And then the inexpensive iPhone actually looks very different. It looks, a little thicker than the current generation iPhone, but it could be something to talk about in the future. It's kind of interesting that the home button is also different, but anyways, let's see what we get. And finally, for the interesting news of the day, we've got a leaked video now showing a hidden menu in iOS 7 that's being used by the company to test out different things that they can do with the operating system, obviously for testing purposes. And it's very interesting because it allows you to do more advanced things that you can do with iOS 7 that you currently can't do with pretty much what we get on Beta 1. A simple example, which is not really what I would call advanced, is the fact that you can create folders within folders, aside from other aspects. And we're sure that this already exists for iOS 6, iOS 5, but it's the first time that it's really been leaked, and it makes you wonder why Apple doesn't offer this sort of menu for power users, since we kind of get bored. But anyways, that leads me to the question of the day. I mean, think about it. If Apple or any other, company gave you the option, like for example, you can root Android, install Super User, or jailbreak your iPhone and do other aspects with your phone that are not intended by the company, I mean, wouldn't it be cool if the company itself gave you the option to do these extra features? Obviously, you know what you're compromising, probably battery life, probably other things, but it's something that you choose because it's actually your phone, you're paying for it. In my particular case, I would love it. I don't believe that one size fits all, and before the "that's what she said" jokes, I mean, it's true. One size doesn't fit all. There are other things that power users want to do that simple users don't want to do. So leave us a comment down below. What would you prefer? Of course, as always, for an earlier scoop of everything that's happening in the smartphone and tablet world, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jaime_Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you tomorrow.